Our new tariff stimulus checks coming under President Donald J. Trump, and the biggest update is that finally Josh Hawley introduced his legislation to send checks to millions of Americans. And you know what? We finally received this very important bill and its details that has already been presented in Congress, and things are about to change. And under this bill, $600 or $2,000 could be coming real soon to millions and millions of low and middle income Americans. This is indeed a great news for those Americans who are waiting for some sort of relief from this administration. I'm gonna give you each and every detail, but all I need is just a little favor. Takes 2 seconds to please hit that like button on this video. So without any further ado, let's start the video. So let's start the video with this very important update that we finally received the details of this bill that has been presented in the Senate, and this bill is known as the Americans Worker Rebate Act of 2025. And you know what? Under this bill, $600 could be coming real soon to millions of Americans, but you're in there for a treat as well, because you could be receiving $2,000, because a number of analysts and experts are pushing this administration to actually change this $600 to $2,000, and this is indeed a big update for anyone who's struggling right now and waiting for some sort of relief from this administration. But if this is the first time that you're hearing about these stimulus checks, this is what President Donald J. Trump said recently about these stimulus checks.
Mr. President, I think it just came out $29 billion in July taken in tariff revenue. Could we see a potential rebate here, and what would that look like, and who would qualify?
Well, we're going to pay down debt. We have a lot of money coming in, much more money than the country's ever seen, by hundreds of billions of dollars. And there could be a distribution or a dividend to the people of our country. I would say for people that would be middle income people and lower income people, we could do a dividend. But one of the things we're going to be doing is reducing debt. But we have hundreds of billions of dollars pouring into our country now. We should have done this many years ago.
So right after President Donald J. Trump talked about the possibility of these tariff rebate stimulus checks to middle and low income Americans, Josh Hawley introduced this very important legislation that shocked everyone. And this is from Josh Hawley's own website, as Hawley introduces legislation to send rebate checks to Americans. Well, US Senator Josh Hawley introduced the Americans Worker Rebate Act legislation that would send rebate checks to Americans following the historic revenue occurred through President Donald J. Trump's tariffs policy. Well, according to this administration, and of course according to President Donald J. Trump, United States is receiving billions and billions of dollars every single day from these reciprocal tariffs that President Trump placed on almost every country in the world. And now President Trump said that he is going to give a portion of it to low and middle income Americans, and at the same time he's going to pay down the debt that United States is dealing with from decades. Well, at the same time, look at this. Americans deserve a tax rebate after 4 years of Biden policies that have devastated family savings and livelihood. Like President Trump proposed, my legislation would allow hard-working Americans to benefit from the wealth that Trump's tariffs are returning to this country, Hawley said in a statement. This is huge. But the biggest question is that when it comes to the eligibility, who's going to receive these checks? Look at this. Well, the American Worker Rebate Act would provide a tariff rebate check this year to American workers and families with similar parameters to the direct payment passed in Congress in 2020. Ensure the rebate is at least $600 per adult and dependent child, and a family of 4 would get $2,400 more than $2,000, and then it will allow larger credit per person if tariff revenue exceeds current projections for 2025 means they've opened it right now, means this check could actually go higher than $600, and it depends on the revenue that this administration will receive or will keep receiving from these reciprocal tariffs. But one thing is very important right here, as a number of analysts and experts are saying it's time to increase these checks from $600 to $2,000, as same as millions of Americans received during the pandemic. And right here, before I move forward with more details, I would like to ask you this very important question. Do you support this $600 one-time tariff rebate stimulus check, or you would like to see or support a $2,000 stimulus check to millions of low and middle income Americans, just as you received during the pandemic? Let me know in the comments below. And if you receive $2,000 checks, then write in the comment section, I support $2,000 stimulus. Again, if you support it, then write in the comment section, I support $2,000 stimulus, because remember, if you don't do anything, nothing will happen. While moving on with the details, as this is very important. So Trump has also chimed in saying we have so much money coming in from tariff that little rebate for people of a certain income level might be very nice. So now let me give you the details about the eligibility and the income limits. Well, if you are an adult and you make $75,000 and less, then you are going to receive $600. If you are a couple and you make $150,000 and less, then you are going to receive $1,200. But if you are a family of 4, the maximum that you could receive is $2,400, and this is huge for a number of households who are struggling right now. But at the same time, one thing is very important, and you need to remember this, that if you make as an individual $75,000 and more, then there will be a 5% deduction in your check. And if you are a couple and make $150,000 and more, then again there will be a 5% deduction in your $1,200 tariff rebate stimulus check. And remember, this is the same criteria they applied during the pandemic stimulus checks that millions of Americans received. And right here, I would like to ask you that do you support the $600 or $2,000 worth of stimulus checks for low and middle income Americans? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon, because we upload videos every single day about stimulus checks, Social Security, SSI, SSDI, Veteran Affairs, Railroad Retirement, food stamps, and all state and federal government benefits. If you are interested in these updates, then make sure to click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so you can be the first one to know about these massive updates. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video very soon. Till then, please take care and have a nice day.